Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching Where with Sim again. Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's video we got a lot of changes with the storm again. So thankfully we're not gonna be seeing snowfall for the Ohio Valley, but we will be seeing lots of rain for the deep south, and we will go over all of these things. But first we're gonna go ahead and start off with the tropics, where we do have a good chance of development. And so since this does have a good chance of development, I do think this will likely become at least a tropical depression and impact the Caribbean islands. But if you guys think this will like kind of make a U-turn or even go into the Gulf of Mexico and head into the United States, you guys can let me know down below what you guys will think this hurricane system will do, and I'll put my best prediction in there. But I think it's gonna head out to sea, so I think it will just impact Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. So those are the only areas I think this will impact, and we do not have any cyclones in the Pacific. But we look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook, 6 to 10 day outlook. We continue to see above average temperatures across the eastern United States, maybe a little bit of the western United States, and even a chance for below in southern California and even portions of southern Arizona. And then we do see another chance for above average precipitation for much of the United States. It's mainly very southern Texas and California, or a little bit of California, not seeing above, but at least they're seeing near normal. So that's definitely what we want, is near normal to maybe slightly above. So yeah, but we look at the 8 to 14 day outlook, it's kind of the same thing. We do have a chance for above average temperatures in the eastern United States again, but we do have a more widespread below average temperatures across the western United States. It even includes Utah too, in the Rocky Mountains region. But then as we get into the 8 to 14 day outlook, that is where we expect above average precipitation again for the same areas that have already kept seeing at least this green shaded color, or maybe a little bit higher. But I mean, we're definitely talking continuing above average precipitation for much of the United States, which is kind of good because everyone would like to use rain for like their crops and things are going this year. But we at least need to be on high alert for at least some flash flooding, since we are seeing above average precipitation. But we look at the precipitation outlook, we're still continuing to see a chance for heavy rain across this area. Nothing has really changed, but even this area back here towards Seattle. So we'll really have to watch both areas, but I recommend watching this big area right here, especially because it's more widespread, but we still need to watch this area back here too. Snowfall outlook, we do have a chance for heavy snow in Idaho and even western Montana, and then we do have a chance for snowfall in the central mountains of Washington and even the central mountains of Oregon. So I would be on high alert for some heavy snow, but it's definitely looking like you guys could already go skiing in a lot of these mountain areas, because we just have been seeing so much snow. But wind outlook, just a small wind outlook for the west coast. But we look at the excessive rainfall outlook. Day one, we do seem to have a chance for some flash flooding across the south today, so this will definitely be something to watch for. But day two, this shifts off east. Day three, this shifts off east, and day four, this shifts off east. And if we look at California, California did have a chance for flooding yesterday, but it sounded like that changed and went away. But day five, I thought this flooding was just going to continue for a long time, but I guess day five we see less in the way of excessive rainfall. So, I mean, we get some small chances for flash flooding, which we kind of want, because that just means some beneficial rainfall. And then we kind of kind of take a break from from excessive rainfall. So yeah, we'll have to see. But we do take a look at the radar. There's anywhere from now to November 27th. We're gonna go ahead and start off with today around 6 a.m. We're gonna go ahead and take this forward. And as you do see, we start to see some pretty active storms across this area right here. We're going to take this forward, and we'll continue to see like isolated areas of snowfall, even across like the Amarillo, Texas region too as well. And then we'll see a big round of storms across the Ohio Valley. We'll even see some pretty active storms down here toward Louisiana and Mississippi. As we continue to take this forward, we may be talking a slight risk down here across this area right here. I do not think we'll see that for the Ohio Valley, because if you look, we barely even see a storm system in the Ohio Valley, so I wouldn't rule out a marginal risk, but most slight risks do seem to stay down here. But we look at total snowfall, there's anywhere from now to November 27th, and as we look at this, we are seeing some pretty active snowfall for the Rocky Mountains again. Looks like Denver isn't really seeing a whole lot of snowfall, but areas around that do seem to be seeing quite a bit of snowfall. Quite a bit of snowfall even for Wyoming, and even much of Wyoming. North Dakota again, some pretty good snowfall, at least 1 to 2 inches, maybe up to 4 inches in some areas. And then as we continue, we are seeing some pretty good snowfall for the upper Midwest and even through New England. So, I mean, there's something to be aware of. We even continue to see more snowfall for the California mountains region and even lots of other areas, even the Washington mountains. So we'll have to see about this, but we definitely can't rule out some snow somewhere in this area, because if you look, we even got some for the North Carolina mountains, and even an isolated area for Kansas in the eastern region. But we look at the precipitation, there's anywhere from now to November 27th, pretty much like the total snowfall. And as we look at this, we are seeing some pretty good amounts down here to the south. This could bring up to 5 inches, if why not a foot of rain down here in very southern Louisiana, just south of New Orleans. And then into Texas, we are seeing up to 4 inches in some areas too. California is seeing some pretty good amounts across this area, so at least 2 inches, if why not 3 inches of rain, especially around Sacramento. So we'll have to see about that, but definitely be aware of flash flooding if you live in the south. But we look at the jet stream forecast. We're going to go ahead and take this forward, and as you see, high pressure systems do continue to stay around, and we are even seeing more in the way of high pressure systems right now, but we still have some low pressure systems kind of developing across the south region too. And as we continue to take this forward, we'll see a low pressure system kind of head into the lower Ohio Valley, maybe bringing a risk for some thunderstorms like what you saw there. And as we continue to take this forward, we'll continue to see more in the way of low pressure systems. But I mean, we'll kind of go like wet and dry for quite some time, but we'll have to keep our eye on quite a bit of rainfall. So we do take a look at the temperatures. So we're going to go ahead and start off on November 16th around 6 a.m. or November 13th. I meant to say November 13th around 6 a.m. We'll continue to take this forward, and we do see warmer than normal temperatures for quite some time. And as we continue to take this forward, it does continue to warm up across a lot of these areas. We will get a chance for some freezing across the Ohio Valley. No freeze warnings will be issued. Freeze warnings are only issued if you saw your first freeze, but if you have already saw your first freeze and you're seeing freezing temperatures again, then they don't issue it, because that just means you're already into freezing temperatures. So we're going to continue to take this forward, and we continue to see more freezing temperatures across the Ohio Valley. Even a better chance for freezing, and they'll have about it as we get into November 20th. But we'll continue to take this forward, and as you see, we'll continue to be pretty pleasant. But then as we get into November 28th, we are seeing lots of freezing temperatures, which is about when we would see a ton of freezing temperatures. Because, I mean, one, we're almost to winter. We probably got only like 60 days left or something like that. Yeah, about 60 days until winter, which isn't like terribly long, but it is still quite some time. And then we still usually do see snowfall this time of year too as well. So I mean, we're we're definitely gonna start seeing freezing as we get into the month of December. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you guys very much for subscribing to my channel. You guys made it so I could go live on my mobile, which definitely helps a lot, especially with storm chasing. And I absolutely like you guys, and I will do one tomorrow.